At 1, we still have more for you. And a president of the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly, Annalena, has termed the exclusion of African nations at the permanent seat for the United Nations Security Council as unfortunate. Speaking at the UN office of Nairobi, Annalena has assured African nations that progress is underway to ensure representation.
Delivery. The discussions at the African Union to make a proposal for an African seat were crucial, and as a president of the General Assembly I encouraged member states and appointed co-chairs to lead this discussion further in our so-called IGN process, which is the process about the reform of the Security Council. There is a broad support for a permanent seat for the African states. However, as you know as well, there are more urgent questions around the reform of the Security Council, for example, with regard to the veto and the misuse of veto with regard to peace and security. And as these questions are interconnected, it is not so easy to take these reform steps, but the need to see the reform is obviously a strong call also for member states in the pact for the future, and this is why also under my presidency in the 80th session we are trying to go a step further in this regard. Having said so, I would like to underline the other institutions, especially the financial institutions, because as we are seeing with regard to also the development and growth potential, not only in times of crisis like health crises but also climate crisis, we have the other injustices that, for example, borrowing costs are way higher for many developing countries, for many African countries. And to overcome these injustices as well, we need also the reform of the financial institutions. And within these moments, some things are more challenging because of the pressure of the UN. Other things might be a bit easier if we catch the momentum. So there has been now a group of member states to form cross-regional alliances, for example, on the Sevilla commitment for finance for development, but also with regard to the new definitions of growth beyond GDP. And these are all momentums.
All right, Stanley.